simple. You need to know when to use equation number 1, when to use equation number 2. These are the only 2 scenarios that you can have. Scenario number 1, a learner is given x1 and x2. Sometimes they can give x1 and x2 in disguise. They can give learners something like this. I've seen a question whereby they gave us an axis of symmetry. And then they give us only x1. They know what, if they gave us the axis of symmetry and then they give us x1, we can get x2. So it's still, you are still going to use equation number 1 because you are given x1 and then you are given the equation of the axis of symmetry. We'll do an example like that one. Now, when do you use equation number 2 specifically? You use equation number 2 if you know what are the coordinates of the turning point. You know the coordinates of the turning point exact. They told you what we have -4, which goes with -7. If you know that one, then you can use that one. Otherwise, you don't use equation number 2. Okay, now that we know that, yeah, which one are we going to use? Equation number 1 or equation number 2? So we're going to use number 1. On number 1, we're going to have y, which is going to be a open bracket x minus. The equation has x minus x1, and then it has x minus x2. Now, what is x1 and x2? I'm telling you now. x1 and x2, they are going to be represented by the x-intercept. You see this one again? So you come and check which one are going to be the x-intercepts. X-intercept here, you have -4. Okay? So what are you going to have? You're going to have y, which is going to be a open bracket. You have x minus open bracket. What are you going to put here? -4, close bracket. And then after that, you have x minus open bracket. What are we going to put here? 2, close bracket, again. And then you work out this thing here. Negative and negative is going to give us what? Positive. We have a, we have x plus 4. Negative and positive is going to give us what? X minus 2. X minus 2. So we are here. And then from here onwards, there's something which is still missing. We don't know what is a. Now, how are we going to get a? We're going to get a using whatever point which is given. So what is the point that is given here? It says, according to this point, I get it like we've used 4, we've used 2. No? So the only point that we have been used is 3 and what? And -14. And then, here it. I can't use 3 and -14 here on x1 and x2. What is x1 and x2? I repeat, what is x1 and x2? They are the x-intercept. I can't substitute anything else other than the x-intercept on x1 and what and x2. Do you hear me, guys? Yeah. The only things that you're going to substitute for x1 and x2 are x-intercepts. Not the y-intercept, the x-intercept. And then from here onwards, you come and say, okay, we have -14 again, which is going to be equivalent to a. This is x again. What is x? 3. What is x? 3 plus 4. 3. And then we have 3 minus 2. And then if you type this in your calculator like this way, you say you have 3 plus 4, okay? Close bracket. You have 3 minus 2. It gives us 7 again. Then you have 7a, which is going to be -14 again. You divide by 7, you divide by 7. And then it says which a is going to be equal to -2. -2. Now you're not done. You come and say, okay, it means this equation can be written as y is equal to again -2. Instead of a, we know what is a again. -2, which is going to be x plus 4, and then we have x minus 2. Now from here onwards, I can foil, but when you foil, you are not going to start with the -2. You simply put the -2 outside, and then you foil this one. This one multiplied by this one gives us what? X squared. -2. -2x again. Plus 4. Plus 4x. This one multiplied by this one? -8. -8. And then from here you have -2 open bracket. It says which you are going to have what? X squared. These two are like terms again. What you get? Plus 2x. Plus 2x minus 8. Then from here onwards, then you are going to remove this bigger bracket again. You say this one multiplied by this one, what you get? -2x squared. This one multiplied by this one? -4x. -4x. This one multiplied by this one? 16. That's 16. Then this is going to be our equation in that form. A question like this one can be 4 marks. So come and do number B now. So how would we mark this thing here? We're going to mark you substituting x1 and x2 again. Substituting this point of 3 and 14, we're going to give you a mark. Getting A, we're going to give you a mark, and then getting the equation, we're also going to give you another mark. All in all, you get 4 marks.